round of the F2 League around Australia. Thank you again and welcome for joining us. My name is Verninator1991, and as always, like last season, I'm being joined by sh-racing54's. Hello. And he's already asleep.
Oh, sorry, we're off the winter now. Just remembered. Sorry.
I'd be careful. These F2 guys will be on Twitter ridiculing you later.
Twitter?
Yes, you never know. You never know.
Who uses Twitter these days?
Well, quite a few people.
Anyway, do you want to go through all the driver and car swaps?
I'll let you lead with that, so I've just been sent a message.
Is it an important message?
A little bit.
Fair enough then. Okay. Let's start at the top. We've got Mike Whiteside. Well, actually, let's go from the graduates. Let's say so. We've got the graduation of KO and TLK, and they have both graduated to the F1 league, so not in this league anymore. So so the teams that have not changed, we've got Madman back in the McLaren. We have his teammates still Soups. Unfortunately, Soups is just resetting his router, which is why he's not in the lobby at the moment. Go from the top now. So we've got Mike Whiteside, now teammates with J19, both in the Mercedes. Mike leaving Renault to go to Mercedes. J19's old teammate White has now joined Michael C in the Haas.
He has indeed.
Who else we got? We got Soulman, who left Toro Rosso, and Callum Rose, who left Red Bull, to both go in the Ferrari. We've got a newcomer, YD Duck. Duck. From the Austrian Grand Prix. This is KO's brother, I believe, who couldn't race last season because they had a 2 week of a connection internet-wise. So now, as KO has now graduated to the F1 league, he can now participate in the F2 league. Who else we got? Blood and Sands returns from the Force India to Red Bull. Putterland also returns to teammate. Well, was he in Sauber? Was he? Sorry, my apologies. Putterland has also returned, going from wasn't he Red Bull last season?
He was Red Bull. He's gone to
Toro Rosso partners with Yidduck. And I think that's it.
Matey Boy has gone from Williams to Renault. I don't know if you covered that.
Oh, and Devil has gone from F2 back to F1.
To F1 as well, yes.
In December, we are expecting 2 other drivers, but we'll get to that point when or if they join. Because they do not have the game yet.
There is one other driver who technically signed up to the league, going by the name of H78. He's been previously known to
so it's going to be short qualifying for the whole season now.
Pretty much, unless you have 17 or more. Because the short quali is long enough for people to get multiple runs in.
I like it.
Let's spectate, because it's now 7:01.
When we kept under 10, can we go to one shot? Because I think that would be total carnage.
Don't forget to spectate, Stephen.
Oh, that's a good idea.
Otherwise, you'll be in a car.
I will give you. I'll give you the driver's eye view of the race.
As we go through quali and maybe at stages of the race, we will talk about other sort of rule changes that have been made between seasons. There've been a number of changes made to the penalties that will be applied. Primarily, now the penalties that most people will receive will mostly just be sort of time penalties post-race, rather than straight license points. Just for people to feel an immediate hit, maybe losing a place or two, but still potentially scoring points, rather than gaining so many license points they lose like 10, 20, 30 points in some cases as the season goes on.
It's cloudy.
That one.
Now, I'm suggesting the same rules apply, or the same logic applies. So if it's dry race, everyone's going to be out really, really quickly. If it's a wet race, then we're going to have panic stations.
Take their time getting their setups in and then going on track. I'm pretty certain we will have people...
Oh, people are moving straight away. I've had a fire up from the Ferrari, so... I think that was Showman.
Yeah, Solman was normally one of the first to leave last season as well. We've got J19 going out as well.
Okay, so fitted. Right, okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3 on Supers, everyone else on Ultra.
So far.
Onboard camera's broken. There we go. Don't watch Year Duck or Soulman. Oh, Soulman's now fixed itself. Right, okay.
What, you on about the over revving?
No. No. It's all like all I could see was a fence. Couldn't see the car.
One other feature that people may be glad to see back is the fact that the safety car on this game so far has worked.
Is it the updated safety car yet, or we still got last year's one?
I do not know. I haven't actually seen it since.
I love how they updated all the liveries and the modifications, but they didn't update the safety car.
Probably the left.
Whoa, that's a DC.
He's in the pit lane. That's a disconnect already. And we did say in the lobby, him and Suits, I believe it was, had quite low connection levels.
Yeah, because I was on board with Year Duck at the time, and all of a sudden the car all of a sudden magically disappeared.
Okay, so Michael C, I believe, might be one of the first to actually do a lap. Now, you and I haven't been round here yet, so we don't know what the corner cutting on this track is like yet.
It's a bit. It's not as strict as it was last season, but in other places it is.
So basically, it sort of levels out.
Well, yeah, there's places where you'd think, okay, that's fair enough, and other places like, really, you're giving me a penalty for that, right? Okay.
The one added feature for this track this year is the addition of the third DRS.
Wasn't there a third DRS last year, or is it this the first year?
No, this is the first season that they've ended up running a third DRS anywhere, if I remember correctly.
Yes.
So yeah, although the actual DRS round here,
121.7.
It's useless. But yeah, 121.7 is the benchmark.
Oh, that's interesting. Year Duck in 4 has run out of deployment. That's interesting. Right, okay. Ooh, you ducks off them.
Ooh. So Dave's M25, who's returned to the league, he actually did
Announced his retirement.
leave. He did announce his retirement and technically leave at the end of last season, but has been lured in by Red Bull.
Now, remind me, was Michael C in the test race? He was.
No, he was not. He was not. He could not make it.
We don't know his potential then.
No, we do not. As we saw from the test race, it was actually Matey Boy who set the qualifying pace. As he goes third, Matey Boy.
So
But
Michael
still,
C's a 21.7. That's
fair
compared to what everyone
margin.
else has done. That's quite a.
1.5 seconds, and he's
just
gone even
improved it.
quicker. So 1.6 seconds now, quicker than anyone else.
Well, this is Michael C's second full season now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because he started in Germany 16, I think, and then had that puncher, if you remember rightly, because he was fighting with Mayhem and.
I think you're thinking of KO there.
Was it KO? Yes,
That
it
was
was.
KO.
Might have been KO then. When did Michael C start then?
I don't think Michael C joined. He might have done towards the end of 16, but I don't think he's properly been with us until like the start of last season.
But anyway,
I don't recall him being 16 that much.
Ah, that's interesting. Dave has gone second on a 22.8 on the Super Soft.
And the Super Softs, yes. 1.2.
Ooh, there's a Ferrari
off
pointing the wrong
hard
direction. I'm going to say that might have been Soul Man.
Well, sectors 2 and 3 now yellow, so I'm
I
guessing
think
someone's
that's
spun out
Callum
of the
Rose.
path
Sorry,
again.
I'm going to say that might be Callum Rose. As he's technically
Oh,
on the
and the
grass.
McLarens have made an appearance. As they always seem to do, they come out together. Hand in hand.
Quite late.
And quite late.
Super Soft for the pair of them.
More yellow sector 3.
I'm going to say that might be Callum Rose.
It could be people backing off to give themselves space. The game does like to... Oh, as Whiteside hits the wall. Coming onto the curve, back straight curve thing.
The kink. J19's gone up to third, 22.9.
No one's still within a second of Michael C.
This is interesting. Now, we'll see where we are relative to pace-wise after Madman completes his lap. Now, it's interesting. Quite a lot of people are starting their runs on Super Softs. That's 5 now.
I'm guessing people want to. Obviously, there are some tracks. I mean, we noticed this at Spain in the test race. The softest tyre was not a good race tyre.
Another one that's interesting. What Madman's changing his deployment around the lap.
Well, maybe
He was in 3 at the start, 4 at the start. Now he's in 3. So maybe he's trying to save some deployment for the end.
Maybe, yeah. Maybe, as we saw with YRDK, that
You duck.
maybe you can't get round the lap.
So he's got over
on the
50% now,
deployment.
and he's by turn 11.
So that's his battery. His deployment is like only a quarter left. Deployment's near enough out.
Yeah, this is interesting.
It is indeed.
Now, we haven't been on the game since the update, have we?
Well, we did some testing yesterday.
Yeah, but we haven't done this track, though, have
No, we have not. Mayhem is going to run out of deployment on the
we?
post of the line.
Madman!
Madman. That's going to be confusing
That's
later in
gonna
the
be
season,
pole.
folks. Only just.
Yeah,
But
but
yes.
it's on a slower tyre.
That's a good point it is, isn't it? That just shows Madman's pace. London Sands rejoins. Hopefully he's just done a reset of his router.
Yeah.
Because that was a good couple of minutes between disconnecting and rejoining.
Well, like 10 minutes, I think.
What about White? Is he now other than
Soups
London
went
Sands?
6th.
White is going to go top 5 here, yeah, 4th.
Well, that's close. 22.8, 22.9, 22.9. We're a bit
Half
further
a
back.
second
23.2, 23.3, 23.4,
Yeah.
23.6.
It's half a second between 3rd and 8th.
But it's Haas at the moment, which has got the best team representation
Combination.
anyway,
Yeah.
And I wonder
so
if last year's battle, so that was sort of Dave, White, J19, where they're all sort of mingling together. I wonder if they all mingle together in this season.
Well, yeah, well, the fact that they're all 99 thousandths apart, those three. Early indications would. Yeah, I think it looks like there's a lot of acceleration points from sort of 2nd, 3rd, 4th gear round here.
Up and, yeah, on the track.
And it looks like, yeah, you're just running out of Callum Rose's tyres in the pit lane, I want to say?
No, Michael C's invalidated.
No? And Callum Rose is happy with, I say happy, he's either crashed or...
Look in the race director, it's the easiest way to tell. No, it was, it was terminal damage.
Oh, it was, okay, so he's had a crash. Probably out of 12, I want to say. 11, 12 that fast left, right, or was that 10, 11?
That's 11 and 12, he was right the first time.
12. That tends to be the common place because running out wide
Madman's
there.
now switched to ultras. Uh-oh. Sub 21?
Yeah, you would think if he...
This is outlap, it might be his outlap. Right, where are we this time? Saw people's strategies for this.
Sounds about to
See,
start a lap
started
now.
the lap in 4. It was interesting.
This is important information for us lot next week. If we're not able to...
It's interesting, that means you can't run in a high ERS then for the lap either then. Because before, in some tracks you can run maybe like a 4 or 3 for a couple of laps.
Around here you would indicate you can't.
No.
Which, this will be interesting with the ERS management. That's definitely...
I'd like to get delta improvements, but I'm not getting that luxury.
No, neither am I. I might be down to London Sands disconnection rejoining.
See, Blunt Sands for me has been given the checkered flag.
Yeah, same here, but this car's out on track.
Seems to be a good lap from J19, and he's runs out of deployment now. 21.7, that's a bit better.
That's a second and a 1.2 second quicker.
1.2 up on himself, that was. Oh, Michael sees 3 tenths up on himself though. But he's already out of deployment. 20.9.
Madman's still in the pit lane. Will that force him to go out now, the fact he's been beaten in pole as it stands?
I don't know if he's going around again. when I can't. And it's only a 1 lap deal, this one.
Yep.
Because otherwise you will run out of battery power.
You will indeed.
Even though J19 is 3.5 temps up on himself. But he's got 8% battery left.
Yeah, I was gonna say he might have the battery at the moment, but he'll run out now.
10%, 11%. It
He might stretch
keep
it.
with it.
He'll stretch it till out of
the
the final corner, and then the deployment will run out anyway.
I don't know what he did this lap, he's kept his deployment all the way to the end this time. 21.5.
Doesn't improve though.
It did improve.
Oh, he did improve, sorry. He did improve.
It did improve time, not position.
Yes.
Oh, Matey Boy's meanwhile gone up to 4, still on the
yeah, I've just
these supers he's now on.
I've just spotted that.
And he did this tactic in Spain, the test race.
The Spain test race, yeah. Madman looks committed to those supers.
But he's still got about 30 seconds to make his point.
Yeah, I was going to say, he's got like 30 seconds to leave the garage before he can really give up from quality, because you can't go around too quick on this lap. You'll use too much of the tyres up, and maybe even some
I
deployment.
think White doesn't have DRS. He's not using it.
There's some people who are. I mean, I have had DRS failures on this game in quali, so it's possible that people were suffering DRS failures.
That's quite a good first sector, actually, a 21.7, I think that was.
And Madden's still in the pit, so he's committed to at least P2 on the Supersoft.
Oh no, so 27.1, sorry, was his first sector, sorry.
I suppose I say we pointed it out regarding the actual DRS being added to this track. DRS isn't very effective round here anyway.
No.
So if he hasn't got DRS, it's
and
not.
White's about to run out of deployment now, and he's done the whole lap in 4. So ERS management in the qualifying. So it's going to be put him 20.
Might improve to 5th.
6/10 lap. So
He found a good chunk of time in the final sector. He only showed him being about.
Right, so Madman's committed.
Yes, he has. It's only White and White's. YR is out there, but would he? Yes, he will get round in time. Got 35 seconds to do the final sector as he goes off. Locks up. I hope that is a visual element, but that was quite a big lock up to be doing on your outlap.
Yeah. Right. Okay. So now look at the thing now when he's in 4. Look how quickly he runs out deployment. Wide. White's happy.
That's deep. That was deep. Ooh.
Wide.
So that's nearly half his deployment done.
Exactly. And that's just in
he's not
4.
And that's the first sector.
Yep. Oh no, have to do ERS management. Imagine China being a bit of a pain in the neck as well. That's interesting, he's staying in 7th. So he's going to run out deployment out of the next corner. Now. That's Interesting. Didn't realise this. He's not going to improve, I don't think. We might do... No, he didn't. He might have improved time but not position. I think he's still 8th. Oh no, he did improve position, 7th. Would you like to start one's timer?
I've got it ready.
Yay, we get XP! Don't know why.
Okay, so Michael C takes the first pole position of the season. By half a second, as we've already pointed out, Madman is on the slower tyre.
But the delta time between the two tyres aren't as great as they were last season. Because it might have been like 7 tenths, and now I think they're about 5 tenths each. Even if it's half a second, it would have been pretty nip and tuck.
Just hope everyone remembers their rules regarding the 5-minute break.
Yep.
And this is where we find out about the weather, but no one's mentioned to me, and it looks rather sunny.
This is just... No, that's just the picture! Oh, sorry, no, it isn't the picture. That is the actual thing, sorry.
Roof, man.
I thought this was the loading screen. Still.
Oh my god, how long have we been doing this?
Oh, too long. This is our what? 35th race?
I was going to say, we've been doing commentary. We started doing the commentary in 2016.
Yeah, but that was... Where was it, though?
2016 game. Well, we obviously did Monaco.
Yeah.
I remember Monaco being... It would have been before then. So we're looking...
I think it's about 35.
Yeah.
Ish.
I think, well, we're probably looking from the Spain race, maybe, in 16?
Maybe Spain, maybe the race before that. Maybe. Don't know. I don't know.
No, I have been reliably informed it is a dry race.
Ah. Is it who I think it is?
Take a wild guess.
Is it the person at the top of the list?
No, not on my top of the list, no.
Now, who's at the top of your list?
Whiteside.
Same as mine.
Yeah, it wasn't him.
I'm going to say then it was 3rd on the list then.
Yes.
Right.
The one who always has our stream up when racing.
Yes, that one, yes. Yes. What do you think will happen at turn 1? Carnage? Quite a lot of carnage normally happens at turn 1.
There has been carnage at turn 1 over the years.
Oh, this means we get up. We don't. Oh, for Wednesday I don't want a busy Wednesday. No, don't want a busy Wednesday. What?
Dave 25 has his prediction for the first corner in, and he said a big arse crash.
Oh no! Apologise for the language. That's a good point, actually. Talking of which, didn't Sky F1 swear on the commentary?
At what point were we?
Didn't they say the word? Well, I know it's not really a swear word, but someone might have complained to someone who was of a Christian nature. Didn't they say the word damn?
I think so, but I'm pretty sure that's been said a couple of times before.
Not complaining.
But now you said of a Christian nature, we're going to get blocked by every religious group related to Christianity now.
Good. Feel the hatred. I think they've got better things to do than watch a F2 race. Not gonna lie.
I've just sent the signal to go when ready. We've hit the 5 minutes.
Go, go, go.
And there we
Do
go.
we? This is a good point. Will we be able to watch the start properly?
I was last time, so...
Because I wasn't able to last time.
I was able to, but... We shall see. Okay, Blown Sounds is disconnected again just before we start, so that's him out the race. I believe.
Yes.
Yes, it is. His car's now off the doors, and we've got people not moving. Matey boy hasn't moved. Now he has. Okay.
Ooh. That's annoying because the laps have reset themselves on the tyres.
Give it time. I think it will go back.
Does it restart? Does it reset itself at the start then?
I think so. We'll check that. We'll check that. And maybe the lap counts, the tyre lap counter maybe does reset if someone disconnects. I don't know.
Didn't Blood and Sands have a weak connection last year?
It was always sort of hit and miss. Oh God! There's people crashing on the. There you go.
Whiteside and Year Duck.
Yeah, Year Duck tried to go up the inside of Whiteside into turn 11, and effectively just sideswiped him.
I think that might be because Year Duck must have been out of position then, because there was 7 from
Maybe
10.
he was the yellow flag, as we see. Is that Putterland also?
Putterland and Dave.
Yeah,
No, Callum Rose and Dave.
I think Putterland had also gone wide in 13.
Oh, I didn't realise Putterland was 4th, actually. Didn't see that.
Yeah, he snuck in there, didn't he?
What a decent performance from him, actually. Oh my God, look at that green! Don't worry. Quite a lot of, not really inexperience, but rusty nature. Right, can I please get the better start thing?
Yes, there we go.
I can't. I can't.
Just flick between the drivers.
I either get fence or back of the grid.
And we are away from round 1 of the F2 League. And Whiteside has got the good run. It looks like J19 having a look around the outside of Madman at turn 1. He's got the run. Either on the outside on the approach to turn 3. Who will be the latest on the brakes? Madman gets it done, and that will allow Putterland to have a look. Oh, that was wing. I did see some wing going there already. I don't know who from. It might have been Putterland's M plate going there. But at the moment, where is my information? Position changes. The top 6 are still in the same order as they were on the grid. Dave's up 1, Whiteside's up 2. Oh God, there's battle here between Soups and Soulman. Both Ferraris in the gravel. Before the kink on the back part of the circuit. Where are we at now? So Soups looking at Year Duck. Whiteside always seeming to get a decent start. Callum Rose is retired.
The retiree or a crash?
I think that's a crash out of 12, where he crashed in quali. Michael C's broken away.
I need to do more practice with this because this is annoying. I can't see the start of the race properly, and as soon as they start moving, it goes to an onboard. So completely screwed me up.
Split between the drivers as they come to the grid.
That's what I did. It was a case of either the back of the grid or a fence.
No, I was able to if you watch mine.
It's like,
So it
don't have
doesn't
a
get
choice
blocked.
in the matter. And then as soon as...
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
that's a
got
DC.
disconnected. This is where we find his brother KO is playing online elsewhere.
Most probably. A strongly worded letter to Codemasters.
But Michael C still leads away from Madman, although the gap is edging its way down. 1 second now, but J19 holding on really well. In P3, Solman already has a time penalty. So he's already got 3 seconds added to end the race.
To answer the question from earlier, no, the laps on the tyres has not changed. It's still on 0.
Okay.
It started on 0, I should say.
Okay. More yellow flag, sector 3. Whiteside spun. Just before the second to last turn. A bit aggressive with his reverse, he nearly knocked his wheel off, reversing into the wall. I think if it had been on simulation, Darren, that would have happened. Matey Boys lining up white. More yellow flags out there. We've got Dave. I think just recovering from a spin.
No, he has got the wing damage. Dave has.
Yeah, I think he's had a spin out of turn 5. Yes, he
back to you,
definitely
said
has a lot
Matey
of
Boy.
them going. Yeah, Matey Boys lining up white for 5. There's a battle on the track so far.
But his battery's out.
He's used up a lot of his battery in the early parts of his race.
But if you look at most other people, I know Madman was in 2 and 3, and he was by 50% on the second lap. Romping away at the front, 1.7 clear.
Yeah, Madman definitely is in a lower engine and ERS mode because he was not even getting close to 8th gear down the straight.
Well, you say that, it's only about 20% in it between the cars. Madman's in a 1, admittedly.
Yeah, this will all be down to ERS management because
the top 6 are relatively close together.
yeah, I say it will all come down to that ERS management because it will give an advantage to those during the pit stop phase, those that have more battery available to use to try and gain that undercut. Later on in the race, because I suspect we're looking at 2-stop today. We haven't actually done our research on that yet, but I suspect normally a 2-stop
yes,
is normally
I'd say 2-stop would be the safest bet.
We have to keep an eye on those that
we noticed the gap in front has shrunk.
It has indeed. All yellow sector 1 and 2. Dave again spun at turn 5. I think he might have he's pitted for his wing and he spun again. He might have broken his wing again. White was pulled away from Mason. He's now all of a sudden is behind Putterland. Well, if Putterland's made an error, or White has just decided to get on with it. J19 is right behind Madman as well.
2 groups of 3.
Up there, so yeah, J19 is in DRS of Madden. Unfortunately, Madden is now in DRS of Michael C. And Matey Boy gets the penalty. The guys up in front are definitely managing their O's. They're already coming up to traffic.
That'll be years out, surely. Oh, White and Puds lands in.
Yeah, but he maybe broke his wing, maybe he had a spin or something.
A front wing, I see a front wing. And the soft tyre. Top man's still going round. 7, a bit on his own, but 7. Oh, hello, J19's made an error.
I think he got caught out by the slow AI Rosso.
Yes, because ghosting is off, isn't it?
It is indeed at the moment.
I think Madman is just going to have to bide his time, isn't he? So either the tyres of Michael C wear off, or when he pits.
Yes.
Whiteside's also in the pit lane.
Yeah, so J19, I think, yeah, they've just come across that traffic which is now amongst
in between,
the...
and I think Whiteside's letting J19 go as well. I think, which he did.
All of a sudden, Soups is appearing on the scene behind Matey Boy.
But Matey Boy is behind White. Again.
Yeah. Oh, Matey Boy's... Ooh,
not
recovered
quite
from
spun, not quite spun.
So nearly spinning, but that won't do his...
Agreed.
That won't do his tyre temperatures any good, admittedly.
He's also in 1.
It is sliding again, and he's gone again. I think you'll find his...
wing's gone.
I think his wing's gone. I think you might find his tyres are a little too hot.
Oh, man, 2 tenths behind Michael C as well at the front.
I wonder if
Michael
those...
C defends. Nope.
I wonder if those ultra softs are starting to feel worse for wear already. I don't know what the projected sort of...
Ooh, Man's at the back! Man has just hit the back of Michael C.
in. Yeah, Michael C's in, so yeah, he was clearly running out of grip.
Now, was that damage to Madman's car? Which hasn't, he's been very lucky. Michael C went on to blue super softs. He will come out ahead of Matey Boy, but
yeah, Matey Boy pits. Matey Boy pits, obviously, from his damage that he just suffered.
Ooh. I think that would have been a corner cut from Michael C. That would have been trying to avoid, I'm guessing, yeared up.
Yeah, Catalan's coming down the pit straight.
Now, we go to interval or to leader. 22 seconds, so it's about 21.5-ish for a pit stop.
We'll say about 22 is the rounded time for a pit stop.
But they only lasted 7 laps. Ooh. 7
but
laps
as we've
and
seen,
about 10 laps-ish.
About 10 laps, but as we've seen, Stephen, from our testing we have done, if you don't set the car up right, you can overheat the tyres a lot quicker and therefore make the tyres feel rather
Gooey.
more second-hand than they actually are.
Gooey is a good word. And he starts to stretch his legs.
Yes, he's now
5 seconds in front, but look at the gap Michael C is closing. He's closing 1.5 seconds on the outlap.
He's used a lot of his battery. His battery is rather low, considerably as a result. So he's definitely sacrificing potential issues later in the race.
Continental's just passed. So if J19 pitted now, he will come out. Oh God, in front of Courtland quite easily.
Yeah, he'll come out fifth.
The tricky one for Michael C will be to pass Soups. He's the first one to be on the Super Softs ahead of him.
And J19's in.
Very slowly in as well.
Yeah, J19 is very careful on the approach to the pit lane. That was rather
I think quite a lot of drivers are, I wouldn't say conservative, but I'd say very... Did he get a 5 second stop go? That took a while.
Either that or it was a wing change and we just didn't see it.
He lost a lot of time to Michael C.
Yeah, he's, what, 15 seconds behind him now?
Yeah.
16 seconds, yeah, that's a lot of time. The whole, close to being the whole first section almost. I think it turned 3.
Traffic, more traffic in. I think that's Whiteside's going to be coming up to lapping now, White and Soups. Circulating in close proximity. Well, you'd say this track is a rear limited, isn't it? I think the rear left gets the most work done. Wouldn't you say?
Yes. Yes, you would say that. White's doing a good job on those ultras though.
Yeah. May not be the quickest person in the world, but it may come back to him at the end.
Indeed. Whiteside got a 3-second penalty there. Cutting turn 1.
And the other Haas is homing in on these two.
Indeed, but as you say, it might not be too easy getting past them.
No. Especially that White's got a full battery, Soups has got half a battery, and he's got the least amount of battery.
Yeah, if he's used up his battery to try and make sure he doesn't lose out
or
to
even though
Madden,
Soups has made an error. Ooh, traffic!
White has got past Whiteside. Whiteside nearly spins.
Good aerial view. Good aerial view. He's catching. He's catching. He's catching.
He's up the inside. Does he get it stopped? Does he get it stopped? He just about does.
Yep. But will Soups be able to capitalise on the run to turn 1?
No, because White
yes, because he might do, because he might get held up in the middle of the final corner a bit.
Looks okay. Whiteside does need to move over
Whoa!
though.
That was messy.
And White has let his teammate through as well.
That's smart moving. Smart. Very smart. But that could have gone horribly wrong.
Yeah, that Whiteside been a little bit nicer letting the traffic through there.
Oh, yeah, that's
Geared
finally
Up
rejoined.
rejoined. I might think after this length of time, he might just retire it. Thinking about it, he's been gone for a good 8 laps now. And that'll be good for everyone else, because that stops an unghosted car just going slowly around the track.
Oh, sector 3 yellow flag.
Oh no, he's retaking control of his car, I believe.
So when will Madman box? There's a battle for Soups and White is raging on.
Yeah, White is... Soups will have the better tyres at this point.
Yep.
White's boxing. Anyway. So that's a good thing he's done there. He's moved out of the way from Michael C. Really slow approach to the pit lane entrance. He's on a pit lane limiter about 100 yards before the line.
Will he come out behind, in front of Putterland? No, he won't. He'll come out behind Putterland.
Yeah, between Putterland
yeah,
and
Putterland's on the grass.
Boy.
Yeah, Maisie Boy's coming around the penultimate corner now. So that's interesting that what Putterland's doing. He's on the soft tyre. So how long will that go?
That could go 30 laps, maybe? If not more?
Should do, yeah. Right, so Michael C's got the gap down to 15 seconds now.
At the moment, if Madden was to pit now, he would actually temporarily come out behind his teammate.
Yes.
He's only got about 6 seconds to J19, 6-7 seconds.
And, oh, I didn't realise J19 went on to another set of ultras as well.
Yes. Oh, yeah, I haven't spotted that. That's a good point. He's done ultras again. And he's doing a aggressive 2-stop. More yellow flags. Matey Boy spun.
Yep. Any damage?
Can't tell.
Don't think so. Front wing looks okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Tyre's clearly not though.
Yeah, the balance in that's a bit wayward.
Yeah, he hasn't got the balance in that like he had in the
Spain
last week, 2 weeks ago, sorry.
It's interesting the two McLarens are lapping in roughly the same pace.
It does just show from game to game how certain people find things just a lot more comfortable. It does appear that the likes of Soups and White, and even Putterland.
And Putterland, yes, Putterland definitely, yeah. Because this is interesting. J19 and Putterland are lapping in the same pace now.
There they are. They're not making any more inroads, but it'd be good for Madman because I mean he'll come out in front of J19. Whiteside gets him well out of the way of his teammate, unlike how he did against the other guys earlier on.
More yellow flags.
More yellows in sector 2. Matey Boy again.
Matey Boy again, yeah. That looks like Maldonado corner, isn't it?
And he's that's definitely a wing. That'll definitely be a wing gone.
Is that a DNF? Or is he just waiting for cars to be clear? Quite a lot of people struggling.
You can quite clearly see on Matey Boy, every time he turns in, the rear just steps out. Quite blatantly obvious the rear tyres are
cooked.
Oh, to Whiteside, there's a moment at turn 5, which saves that.
Someone's just gone into the pit lane, year duck. Why is Matey Boy going on the grass everywhere?
Year duck's fed in the pit lane.
The gap at the front is now 13 seconds.
Matey Boy's retired. Yeah, Matey Boy's retired out of turn 12. That's a crash, by the looks of it.
No, he was driving on the grass quite a bit.
But it was terminal damage that ended his race.
Interesting.
Year Duck comes out the pit right in front of Michael C and nearly ended up having a collision there.
They nearly had a collision when Michael C came out the pit lane himself.
Hmm.
Ooh.
It's down to 13 seconds. J19 is almost slowly pulling that gap to Madman now.
Yeah, but not as quickly as Michael C is.
No, but J19's on those ultras again, so he won't have the advantage for that long.
It's interesting. Putterland has lost. I mean, we can safely say, without making too much of a fence, that Madman. You would expect Madman to be in front of Putterland, but the pace is interesting because Putterland, I think, has only lost about 2 tenths over the last 5 laps.
Yeah, Putterland is matching, if not just slightly quicker.
So it's just interesting to see the pace. So when will Madman box? Then. And what does he go on when he pits?
Would he do another set of supers and ultras at the end, or is he looking at doing softs and a 1-stop? I think if he gets to about lap 25, I reckon he might try softs and do a 1-stop. If we've got more yellows set to 3.
That might have been Whiteside. He hasn't done many laps on this game, has he?
No.
If he thinks
what's interesting, can I point out, since Year Duck's come out the pit, he hasn't dropped away from Michael C. And obviously Year Duck's on 8 lap fresher tyres. Does that just show how the difference in the pace, or is Michael C just struggling in this
Can I
phase?
say that's not Michael C?
Is that not Michael C?
I don't think it is.
It is. I think you find it is. I'm on board with him. It's got Michael C's name on the top.
Okay, it was a bit confusing because when I first went there, I think I'm getting a visual glitch on the tyres, which doesn't help on Year Duck. It keeps flashing to yellow and red.
Oh, I had that.
Like in certain angled lights. That's what threw me a little bit when I first went to it.
Okay, you thought it put around initially.
Yeah.
Ooh, Madman's getting ragged out of 4. Done very well to keep that out of the wall.
It shows you he's either pushing or the tyres are crying.
It could be, well,
probably a mixture of both.
Yeah, because look at the gap to Michael C now, 10 seconds.
Well, the gap will be about 12 then. No, sorry, yes, it'll be about 12, 25. Yeah.
He's got to pit soon, otherwise he might find himself behind J19 if he stays out much longer.
Matey Boy's left, but he'd already dumped.
Yeah, he's already crashed. So...
The interesting one for me is Soups. He's not dropping back as quickly as he did on the last game. And Putterland's actually closed in a second.
He has.
It was 40 last time I looked at it, but Putterland and White are coming close together again. The other Toro Rosso and Haas. Oh, 9.6 is now the gap at the front.
Madman's coming up to, I think, Dave 10.25 to...
Oh, Putterland wide.
Yeah, it must be Dave because Blunt Sands and the other Red Bull was already tired.
Didn't even start.
Didn't even start. J19 is right on the back of Soups now.
Yep. He'll have to dispatch him quickly.
Like now. Ooh, run the wrong way.
Yep,
Yeah,
clear.
he's done it, round the outside. And that's crucial for J19 because he's now
About, let's say 2 seconds away. Yeah.
2 seconds from being inside Manton's pit stop window.
And what you've got to remember is it might be slightly more than that because when the pit lane exit is, it pinches off turn 1, so you have no momentum going through to 2 going towards turn 3.
Indeed. Oh, yellow sector.
Oh,
Michael
Michael C.
gone.
Oh,
I'm going to stay on board with J19 to see where that is.
Well, he's a bit far behind. I guess that's turn 12.
Yeah, yellow's at 12. Is he going to do the track? He's lost it on the exit at 12 and he's hit the wall. Nothing he could do there. I'll be very surprised if that doesn't bring a safety car out, you know.
Well, this game doesn't bring safety cars out willy-nilly.
Too often. No, it doesn't.
It's gone from one extreme to the other.
It's gone, yeah.
We've got one that the previous game brought them out 2 regularly. The other, this game brings them out once in a blue moon. I'm a bit concerned. I'm a bit confused why the starting gantry's flying the checkered flag.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not seeing that.
Anyway, the gap at the front. Oh, hello. Soups and Putterland, 4th and 5th. So it's interesting, the podium, 4th and 5th.
Soups and Putterland, 3rd and 4th on my screen.
Did I say Soups and Putterland? Sorry, I meant Putterland and White. It's going to be interesting to see at the end of this race how this plans out, because we could have a battle for the podium between Soups, Putterland and White.
Yes.
Because that's not done yet.
I don't think you can really guarantee J19 in P2 yet, because he's on the Ultras. He'll have to pit again soon.
Yep.
And he's only 15, 16 seconds up the road from these guys.
Yep, this is true, yep. And Putterland will go the longest.
Yeah.
We think. Actually, no, it might not be too difference between Putterland and White, because Putterland's already done 7 more laps than White.
Yeah, Putterland was early in for damage, wasn't he?
Yes. White should get this done now, but he's in the wrong ERS mode.
He might be thinking just do it in turn 3. If you can get it done into turn 3.
No, not going to, it's too far back.
No, he's not. Yeah.
Right, okay, so if Madman pitted now, he'll come out behind J19. And then probably pass him immediately afterwards because of the tyres.
Yeah, because J19 will be in soon anyway. He's done 11 laps on this set. And we're on lap 21, which means he's done 10 laps on the first set plus quali. We're looking a couple of laps away in theory before J19 will be in again. If you base it on that.
Well, no, I think you can do about 18 laps on a set of Ultras. By logic, if you do about 8, if there's a lifespan of 18 laps, then Supers would probably be about 28, maybe, and then Softs about 39, I reckon, by rough guess. Because normally, if you can add the super softs and the softs together, you should be able to do a theory 1 stop.
Yeah, but that's if you use every single element of that tyre.
Yes.
Which some people struggle to do. Soups
Correct.
has made an error. Those pitted.
No, Soups is pitted. Contact between White and Putterland from turn 1.
Soups has gone on Supers again.
That was a bit messy into turn 1, not gonna lie. Ah, this is interesting. Madman's actually pulling away now from J19. slowly.
I wonder if he's on his in lap. I wonder if he's doing a fast in lap.
Wouldn't surprise me because Soups was in this lap, which must mean Maman be in the following.
We're on board with Madman now, so we will see. Yes, he's in.
22-0 is the gap.
Look at that slowed down. It does.
J19 coming round the DRS detection point.
Madman only just stopped
Penultimate
his boxing
corner.
now.
Final
Supers again
corner.
for Madman, so he's definitely pitting again.
Pit straight for J19.
J19 will take the lead. Just.
Oh, you sure?
I think he'll have the momentum. There you go, 22 seconds.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to last very long.
No, J19's going to have to box soon anyway. Do you reckon J19 might just stick on a set of softs and go to the end? Because Madman's on 22 laps on supers.
Well, maybe, yeah.
22 would, the theory, take him to about 45, 46. Maybe 48 if you included quali.
I can see Maman passing him, it won't be now, but towards turn 13. I don't know why J19's even defending. I don't even know why you're doing that into that corner.
Well, he didn't get the best exit though. He might still have a chance to look. And J19's defending again. Whoa!
Round the outside, made it stick. That's the grip.
Yep, that's just grip, confidence.
No boots.
Oh, he's deep into. Oh, he's deep into the second to last turn there. This might allow J19 to have a run back.
I doubt it. No. Should be safe now. Yeah.
Yep, he should be alright now. We should just see Madman pull away if he doesn't make any errors in this. From this point on, the grip will just take him away. White, since passing Putterland, hasn't really dropped him. Only just over a second. Soups is 8 seconds behind Putterland.
I'm finding Putterland's pace interesting. He's still doing personal bests.
It's intriguing. That's definitely something to keep an eye on.
I would like to point out he is in ARS 5.
What Putterland is?
Yes. He's about to run out of battery.
Oh yes, so he is.
But his front end's still there.
Dave gets, I think it's a second penalty.
That might be his second one, yeah.
So, at the moment, so J19 is 1.8, basically 2 seconds behind Madman, due to pit soon. White's a further 14 seconds back. With Putterland just over a second behind him.
And it's got a time penalty.
Ooh, that looks harsh. That looked like I was on the exit of 2. Like exit of 1 into 2.
Yeah.
But he wasn't really...
people were getting invalidations for that in qualifying. So.
Yeah. Keep an eye out for that. That looked like he wasn't even 4 wheels off.
I can see we could be a bit... I can see having some appeals for this is a bit harsh. Blah 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 blah.
As we've had from I think last season, if people think they receive a penalty that as a result of a warning they got that was deemed harsh, if they submit a video evidence saying that I felt this was harsh and as a result this gave me a time penalty, they can appeal it, and if agreed by the FIA.
Oh, saying that, Putterland's caught White very quickly, actually, at the end of this
Yes,
lap.
he has.
I don't know what happened to White, but...
Putterland's still in a high battery
Number 3
mode.
now. He's moved now.
DRS wide open on Putterland's car. If he gets his turn 1 or 2 right, which he has, this is going to be close into 3.
White goes defensive.
Around the long way round. You get it into 4?
Wow,
oh.
what a move!
Nice, what a fantastic move we just witnessed there.
That was fair racing from both of them. Racing room given.
And Putterland retakes White.
These soft tyres are looking quite appealing.
Well, the fact he's done 20 laps, White has only done 13 on the supers, and he's able to catch and not only pass him, but round the outside with traction out of turn 3. That's... yeah, F1 drivers will be keeping a good close eye on this as Madman now just decides to turn the wick up more.
Well, so the gap's 15.8. J19 to Putterland. Oh, saying that, hang on a minute. 21 seconds is the gap between J19 and Soups. As Soups is coming in the background, I've noticed. Oh, that's wide. From Putterland.
Oh, wide again, Putterland's goal!
Neutral, that's neutral. Oh dear.
Well, unfortunately for Putterland, all that hard work is now
pushing too hard.
And that won't help his longevity of those softs either doing that.
No, but go to the direction of Dave. He's done 22 laps.
They've been, unfortunately for him, about, what's that?
It's a minute and 20
seconds.
behind Soups. Oh no, sorry, not a minute, 20,
52.
sorry. 52, yeah.
52 seconds behind Soups. So he's not and 20 seconds ahead of Soulman. So he needs a safety car for him to be brought back into play.
And we're about to... oh, J19's in. So he will come out behind
And
Soups.
spread in the pit lane.
J19 will come out behind... so it went from too conservative to too quick.
Yes.
But he will come out behind Soups, I think.
Yeah, Soups is around the final corner now. Yes, you will.
Super softs for J19.
30 laps? Maybe. A push. If you think about Madman, he's done 22 at the start with the quali, he'll be looking what, 24, 25?
No, that would have been 20. He did one lap, I think.
20, 23 and a half then, with a
Yeah.
23 and a half, 24. It's possible, but you'll have to, maybe a bit of time management.
Putterland is immediately 1.5 behind White again.
He's got pace in that car, he just needs to keep the wheels on the track, stop spinning.
I am liking them soft tyres though. He's 800ths behind his fastest time after 22 laps. So either he's got his setup bang on, or them soft tyres are the race tyre.
Just very consistent. Sector
yellow
1 yellows. Out of turn 3. I think it's Dave. I think Dave's had a spin. Oh, White, no, it's White side. White side's in the gravel, turn 3. He's ended up as far as where Alonso did.
you reckon you missed a...
Done well to get all the way up there.
Do you reckon a marker board has gone war keys on his screen? Putland was on the
Maybe.
grass again, turn 2.
I'm getting a track limits warning. Sector 1 yellow, sector... That might be Whiteside spinning again at 5. He's facing the wrong way and he's retired. Ooh, that's risky from his AI.
Woo!
Yes, that was... His AI just sat in the middle of the track.
More yellows.
I think that's Whiteside's car parking itself.
This battle for seconds hotting up a little bit before... Oh no,
Oh,
J19!
Up the inside of Soups into
At 11 it's
and
worked.
12.
Soups has backed off, that was smart.
More yellow, sector 3.
What could that be for?
That was White. White's made an error. Putterland's all of a sudden right on his arse.
No, because it was already... No, that's not him, because he was already about that space behind.
What year duck? He spun out the final corner.
And J19's right behind Putterland now.
Oh my god, this is intense and
Ooh, that's
dramatic.
not gonna work at the top. What? Putterland's got wide again.
J19 will get a massive run now. Putterland squeezing!
That's... Oh, there you go.
No, that's too much squeezing.
That's front wing damage as well.
Yeah, J19's lost his front left part of his wing.
He's going to have to box for that.
Dupes has got to be careful. And I think that we've got our potentially at least there. That's, I would say, our first appeal. We'll be seeing in the FIA.
Yep. Back for second and third. Soups really needs to get by J19 to latch on to the back of these two. Putterland again is right behind.
Oh, nice.
White. Tight again.
White giving Putterland a bit of
Ow.
contact.
J19's still ahead of Soups.
I wonder what while these two battle. I wonder if J19 will sticking it out. I was just thinking if he actually picked it while these two battled, I don't think it would have taken him that long to catch him.
Ooh, that's deep.
He ain't stopping that. He ain't stopping that. He's going to spin back on the track, and that's White taken out as well.
God.
So that's White with all of his wing gone, Putterland with half of his wing gone, and now all of a sudden Soups finds himself finding the opportunity to get a McLaren 1-2.
When was the last time we could say that? That's a good point actually. In real life, when was the last McLaren 1-2?
The last McLaren 1-2? Blimey.
2012?
I'm just thinking.
Australia 2012?
No, that was a 1-3.
Was it? Okay.
I think Vettel was in between them.
Uh oh, Yearduck's crashed in after turn 12 himself. Woo! Oh god. Ooh.
I think J19's happy to hold on to this now.
Ooh.
Oh. I don't want to say it, but I think I can only see this going into another crash. Madman's just able to cruise now.
Soups again, right up behind. We're going up the inside. No.
Being a bit more sensible.
You go to turn 3. Right up behind him again. Goes to the... Oh, dummy move! Contact!
Again. J19 will hold it out. He's still there. There's contact again.
Oh, God. Oh, right, Putterland's gone to Super Softs. And White is in the pit lane as well, and is also on super softs. And to answer your question, I believe it is the same safety car before the update.
Awesome.
Oh no! Where's Dave in relation to all this?
Dave is...
Dave is behind...
Right, White.
With White, but he's on 28 lap softs.
Yes.
Was that Madman? Was that... Yeah, it was Madman who just came through, yeah. Oh no! So down to 7 now. Everybody just got past half distance!
So it's not a dull race.
That's J19 in now. Now we can probably get to the end from here on supers. I think. Well, he might as well box. The third's pretty much his now. Batman might as well just knock it into lead. Into 1. And just rest, pretty much. Yep, so J19's still ahead of Putterland. White's a lap down.
Do you want me to answer your question a moment ago of when was McLaren's last 1-2?
Yep, go on then.
Canada 2010.
Cool. I thought it was late. I thought it was up. I thought it was later than that.
No, obviously they haven't properly... Well, they haven't won anything since 2012. And the best they got in 2012 was a 1-3, which was Australia.
No. Yes, 12, yes, sorry, yes. I had to think then. Button, Brazil.
Yeah, Button Brazil, Button Australia. And Belgium, and then Hamilton got a few, but yeah, they only got a 1-3 that year.
Okay, then let me make it more tricky then. Last 1-2 at Australia.
Oh, you had 2, didn't you?
Because I can answer that.
Are we talking like 1998?
99, I want to say.
99.
I want to say 99. It'll either be 99 or 98. It'll be that one of them two. It definitely wasn't 2000 because both of them didn't. Let's put Lancet's the fastest lap.
He's mad.
But might be 99. Might have been not. It's either going to be 99, 98 or 99. It's White. Oh no, we're going to have competition of fastest lap time. I don't want to say anything. I don't think the podium positions are finished yet.
No.
Third. I don't think third's finished. 1 and 2 at the moment I think are safe. Half a minute between the 2 and then half a minute between 2 and 3.
Well, you say that.
Unless something happens.
Again. Second, Supes will have to pit again. He's only used the supers. He hasn't used any other type of tyre yet.
But the problem is though, J19 will have to do 25 laps to the end.
Which I think on those super softs is a challenge worth taking.
Yes.
Because 25 laps sounds possible, considering Madman did 22 laps at the beginning of the race.
This is true, yes.
I think you... To go back to your last 1-2 at Australia, Ferrari got a 1-2 in 2000.
Yep, we know that.
So your answer of 98-99 is wrong. Probably
So when was it
04.
then?
Just having a look. Did they get a 1-2 in 04? They did.
No. Let me see. 2004.
Yep.
No. That would have been Ferrari.
Yeah, that was a 1-2 for Ferrari. Yes.
03 it was a 1-3. I think.
No. Might
So I
be.
think that was Coulthard, Montoya, Raikkonen, Schumacher.
Yep.
2002 was Schumacher. 01 was Schumacher. 2000 was Schumacher. So 99. I want to say 99.
99 was Irvine.
Oh, okay, so 98 then. Who's 98?
98 was Hakkinen, and then Coulthard.
So that's 1-2 for McLaren there then.
Yeah.
That was why from Puttaland in turn 4. So it seems like if you wanted to, this could be an easy one-stop. If you could get the soft tyres to work.
If you can get the super softs and the softs to get work and last, then yes. Switzerland is closing in on J19. Down to maybe 2.5 seconds.
So 20 years ago, game terms. That's scary.
From McLaren 1-2 at Australia.
Yeah, that's very scary.
That's terrifying. But I think the last time any race around Australia finished, obviously you're talking that Mercedes 1-2 for the team recently, that's about it.
Yeah, it would have been
Braun
at least
did it in-
14.
Braun did it in 9.
Well, no, it wasn't 14 because
No. 15?
I would say so.
Ooh, excuse me. The final 20 laps of the race. And as Madman navigates the kink at the back of the circuit, Soups navigates turn 1. That's the type of gap that Madman now has.
And
This will be
J19's still 26 behind Soups.
He is slowly eating into that gap, but Putland's catching
2.4.
J19 quicker, and J19's catching Soups. They're about the same, actually. What a start this would be for McLaren if this sticks.
Well, remember this. Whoa, 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 whoa. This. Remember, they are constructors champions from last season.
They are, but how many times was Soups on the podium last season?
I don't want to say many.
I'm trying to think if he had at all.
I don't think so. Agree, there has been a little bit of luck involved, but you do need luck on this game.
You do need luck to, as Madman goes deep into turn 9. Yeah, you do need the luck from time to time to get the results you're after. Puttaland is 1.5 seconds behind J19. I don't really need to keep an eye on this battle because obviously these guys are already touched once as well on the approach to turn 3.
Oh, what, the white and Puttaland and J19?
Yeah, obviously Puttaland is closing in on J19. White isn't making any inroads on Puttaland. So the battle for 3rd and 4th, battle for this podium isn't done yet. These two, I'm sure, will go to the end. And what a confusing podium that could be if Puttaland did get there. 2 McLarens and then a Honda Power. How confusing would that be?
Yes, all the teams, no Mercedes, no Ferrari, no Red Bull, no...
2 McLaren, two McLarens with Renault Power and a Honda powered Rosso.
Yeah, exactly. That's yeah. Puttaland does have a lot of pace, but a lot of penalties.
Corner cuts, yeah.
But a lot of penalties, though.
That's what's going to cost him potentially a podium doing that. Let's have a look at how many penalties he's got. Actually.
Yeah, because to get a penalty point now, you have to get like nine corner cut penalties, don't you? Or something stupid.
So J19 hasn't got a corner cut, but he has got his 5-second stop go. He hasn't served yet.
This is true. Now, does that add that at the end?
It will. Well, if he doesn't pit, then it will do. Puttaland is on 1, 2, 3, 4, unfortunately 5 corner cut penalties, so he's at 15 seconds.
So he needs to have a 10-second advantage.
At the moment, but we've still got another 17 laps.
Right, the gap between Soups and J19 is 22 seconds. And 1,000.
Oh, Puttaland's gone. He spun it out of 12.
Don't need to worry about that one anymore then. So we're now down to 6.
So just
high
to
attrition
talk about,
rate.
Yeah, Australia always tends to be. I'll just quickly talk about the penalties. Since we've...
And after, you know, we said Dave had a shocker of a first couple of laps. He's now up to 5th.
He is up to 5th.
And put Soulman up to 6th. This would mean he had more points than he had the entire last season.
So just to explain regarding the corner cutting now, it's still 3 corner cut penalties, 6 corner cut penalties and 9 corner cut penalties as the thresholds. But 3 corner cut penalties now, rather than getting a license point like last season, you will now get an additional 15-second time penalty.
Ooh, right.
6 corner cut penalties adds 30 seconds.
Oh, God.
And then 9 corner cut penalties gets you the license point.
Nah. Oof. So would you say that's more strict than last year, or would you say that is fine? Or similar?
Well, the reason... I mean...
So, sorry, this is interesting. Soups is on 20 lap old tyres now. He's still about 3/4 of a second off his best. Which is an interesting little snippet.
In terms of the corner cut, last season, obviously, because the game at points, I mean, it'd be the same on this one. It was quite easy to rack up penalties at places.
Yep.
Which meant you were getting license points quite quickly.
Yep.
Meaning eventually you would hit the thresholds to get 10 point, 15 point deductions.
Yep.
I have the thresholds of actually when you do get deducted has increased as well, rather than 3 license points, 6 and 9. I think it's, if I remember correctly, it's now 4, 8 and 12 and whatnot. But in terms of the corner cut penalties per race, I think the reason why I've done it this way is because we saw when it was first introduced from Russia last season.
Yep.
After I think it was New Kart, wasn't it? Who got
like New Kart and Big Prenta, I think it was.
They got like half a minute worth of penalties, yet still finished on the podium. Having that extra element added on means you're more than likely going to lose out a place or two. So you may lose 2 points, 4 points, depending where you are in the fields.
Yes.
Rather than just rack up the penalty points, then lose 10 points, say, in 2 races' time. So that was the idea of it. For people to feel more of an immediate impact, but less of an impact in the long run.
Yes.
Mainly for people to not feel like they don't want to come back because they've lost so many points, they're in minus points or something stupid like we saw last season.
I've seen the fastest lap from Madman is a 1 point... God, that's close. Didn't realise it was that close, the fastest lap. Soups is actually above his fastest lap in terms of pace, but he has only made 1 stop. There's J19, White and Dave, fastest laps all within 3/10.
Yeah, 25.6, 25.4, 25.7. And Madman at 24.9. Do you think Madman... Let's have a look at... I mean, Madman's near... Yeah, Madman's in pretty much full battery. He's just... cruising.
I did get a text before this race started. This is the first time he's using a wheel as well.
Oh, of course, yeah, he's on a wheel now, isn't he?
Yes, because last few seasons he's been on a controller, now he's on a wheel.
It doesn't seem to have changed anything for him, has it?
No.
He's still up in the front. Normally, when people get the wheel, change from pad to wheel, it takes them a while to adjust.
Well, we don't know when he did get the wheel. I don't know when he did get the wheel. If it was like last week, then yes. But if it was like
when the game
the last race of the season, last season, then he's had about 6 weeks to get used to it.
Yeah, I suppose so. Soulman actually getting off the track to move out of the way of Madman there. Just didn't bother navigating turn 4.
So we've now got about 13 to 14 laps to go now. Seems like the tyres have struggled more in the first sector. First and last sectors, middle sector doesn't really matter.
So since we've got 13 laps to go, which obviously McLaren's, as Soups is just now demonstrating, need to pit again. They will go on to the Ultra to the end.
And Soups will come out behind J19, but ahead of... Yes.
Just ahead of White by about 2 seconds.
No, miles ahead of White.
Miles ahead of White, sorry, I've got it on the interval.
You've got an interval, exactly. That's what threw me the first time.
Yeah, there goes J19. J19's tyres are, I say only, they're 12 laps old, so they're not past their best. I don't suspect this will be all too easy for Soups to not only claw that back, but to overtake him. Madden goes round again. He could have in theory pitted that lap again. Same lap, but chosen not to. And while Madden is on the approach to his second pit stop, does now have a lead of over a minute. J19 is approaching turn 11 as Madden navigates turn 6 and 7. So Soups is 5 seconds behind J19. Fourth, fifth and sixth are sorted, assuming no spins or
It's only
the
really
Cup
second
Tour
that's
issues.
going to change now, isn't it?
It's only the battle for second and third that is really, yeah, going to change. And Supes has already found just under a second on J19
And Madman's now
on
in.
the outlet. Yeah.
I think this is the quickest way of doing it, if I'm honest. A two-stop ultras and supers.
Or,
yeah.
Debate whether in that order, because you don't get the initial undercut, the first stint. But in terms of the tyres used, the number of stops, yeah, I agree with you. But debate whether it will be ultra, super, or even super, ultra, super. That will be the way to go. But if you were a bit down the field and you wanted to try something different, a one-stop super and soft is technically possible. It's got to be, say, kind enough on your
Well, no,
tyres to
because
make
the
it
most
work.
amount of laps we've seen is about 22, 23 laps on a set of supers.
23 laps on a set of supers, which would mean you would need to do about 35
on a set of softs.
On a set of softs.
Which is a lot.
I mean, how many laps did Putland do before he had his incident?
20.
With J19.
I think Dave I saw 28, 29.
It could well be possible if you can get it to work. But it's only worth it if you're down the field, I think. There's a risk to take.
It's all down to Supes now to make this a McLaren 1-2.
He's got, what, 4.1 seconds to catch in 10 laps. I suppose the one saving grace for him will be is the fact that J90's already done 14 laps on those supers, so there'll be less of a noticeable difference when that technical crossover would have normally been.
Yeah.
Between the supers and ultras when the tyres wear down. So Supes might find himself, although he's making inroads, but not as quickly as I was expecting him to be honest.
He might be looking after his tyres a little bit, because obviously when they first did the first stint, I mean, people pitted in as early as lap sort of 7 or 8.
Yes, we did have a fair few spins, wings missing and whatnot in the early stages. At this rate, the Supes catching J19 at around, it's about 4/10, it's not much, 4/10 half a second a lap. You're going to be looking, he's only going to get about 3-4 laps once he gets on the back of J19 at this pace. It's Dave Pitts again. I think he's got over a minute to Soul Man, so I think he's only done 12 laps on those set. I think he's just going for ultras and have a bit of fun.
Well, I mean, it weren't ideal for Dave, but at least he's got solid points on the table.
10 points on the table as it stands. He's got to be careful, he's going to feed right in the middle of... There you go, you saw Supes coming. That's good driving there.
Oh, J19 made an error.
He has made an error. Supes has found a lot of time. And comes around the final couple of corners. It is all about who's going to come second and third. Because White's near enough half a minute now behind Supes. The only thing that might save J19 is he does have more battery available. He might be effectively
Has
saving.
Supes got
up
any
until
time penalties?
He does not, but he's got 4 warnings. So
There
what
you
are
go.
those warnings for? I bet there'll be collisions. Has he just got one?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. So yeah, that's his first.
So it's effectively
Well, no,
J19's
J19's got his 5-second stop go.
So it's neck and neck at the moment then.
It is neck and neck at the
1.9.
moment. Supes is effectively ahead by, well, it's not anymore. Exactly 2 seconds. About right on the bubble as it stands. With the way things work out. We'll need to keep an eye out for that when it comes to the results. Because J19 got his stop go entering the pit lane for the final time that he's pitted so far. So he has not served that 5-second stop go, so we need to make sure the game applies it, assuming he doesn't break his wing and pit between now and then.
Supes is running out of battery.
Yeah, I was just pointing that out. So J19, I think, might be playing it quite smartly and actually not using his battery currently. And he's sort of building it up and saving it for when Supes gets nearer to him. And then just sort of, you know, stick it in like mode 3, mode 4 on the straights to defend with. Because, yeah, with this game, it's the ERS that's more effective with the management over the fuel now.
Yes.
Sector 3 yellows.
Oh, Madman!
Oh, Madman! Madman spun out of 12. Has he broken his wing?
Don't think so. Got away with that.
He's a lucky
That's a bit of a
boy.
wake-up call.
What a lucky boy Madman is.
It's a bit of a wake-up call. Oh, he might have damage. I think he does have damage.
He might have damage. Yes, I think he does. He is. He's boxing.
Yep. Well, he has the lead.
He's lucky he's got 47 seconds. Or that will drop down. J19 hasn't approached that point yet. So that will.
It'll only last about 10 seconds, I reckon. Yeah, 10.
7, 9, 10.
About 10
yeah,
seconds.
10.
But the gap will still be about, as he moves now, the gap will
with
be...
the wing change, you're looking about 30 seconds for a stop. There's only going to be about between 7 to 10 seconds.
There's J19 in the background there.
Yeah. Madman still has the lead, but he hasn't got the buffer anymore.
About 8, it's now 8 seconds, yeah. But he will pull away very quickly again.
He will pull away, but he can't make that mistake again.
No.
Because J19 will have him.
That would have been interesting if he did retire. Then this will be the race for the win. That would be, and the gap is still 2 seconds.
2 seconds. Oh, Madman's wide again. He's got to calm down. Madman's not got any penalties, I don't believe, so he's not under threat there. You've got to think with J19 stop go, the gap's actually 12. Madman, not 7.
The gap to Supes has gone up half a second all of a sudden. I did notice there was a plucky little Toro Rosso in the back, or a plucky little Red Bull in the background, trying to keep up. I noticed.
I think Suits might be saving batteries. He's barely used any deployment this lap.
This is true.
So I think Suits is on a bit of a battery save.
J19's on a bit of a battery usage. Or it shows that if you can get the Ultra Softs to work for a length of time, you can do Supers and 2 Ultras, which is what... I know you can't, can you? Because J19 did about 5 laps or something on a set of Supers, then went in again. So
yeah,
it's easy to do 2 Supers and
it's 2
Ultra.
Supers and an Ultra definitely is the optimum. But Hutterland's pace earlier does put a spanner in the works with the pace he had on those soft tyres.
Well, we don't know about the actual...
J19's hit the wall.
We don't know about the general pace, because his paces might have been a bit slower than everyone else's, but his consistency on the tyre was pretty good.
Yeah.
Things to do. Have you noticed as well, we've got 3 people on the Ultras have done hardly any laps, and the 3 people on the Supers have all done 20 or 21.
Well, Dave's tyres, you see, is a 4 laps old now. So that's why he's able to sort of stick with Supes. He's done nearly 10 laps on his. Supes is still can't breach that 2-second gap. At the moment, just if Supes just needs to find a tenth and a bit to get second, and he over a lap, he just can't seem to find it. J19 just has enough in all the right places to...
Dave can't win it.
Yeah, Supes is actually going to have an issue with Dave behind him, which might put him off, which won't be welcoming. I hope Dave is sensible. He normally is. But he's clearly got the pace to probably want to get by and just set some quick lap times. Supes is now within 1.7 of J19. He's found 4 tenths.
Remember his J19's tyres now done 21 laps.
Yeah. So he will be starting to struggle.
Oh, and Supes is in 4 to try and get away from Dave.
Yeah, I'm kind of hoping Dave will just sit behind him and not try and overtake, because the 2 in front of him are battling for second. If you're listening, Dave, please be careful. That is a battle for second and third in front of you. I know he listens.
The Supes is trying to actually pass J19 on the road. I don't think Supes knows about J19's penalty. No one, because this is another thing. On the previous game, it told you the penalties.
It told you the corner cutting penalties. I don't recall it telling you about stop goes.
No.
So Supes may not be aware that J19 has 2
but
seconds
J19's got
more.
1.2 of a gap again.
1.2 of a gap, but at the moment that's enough for Supes.
Yes.
But I think Supes is getting rather nervous. Oh, that's a bit of lag. I hope lag doesn't interfere for Supes now. That will be so cruel.
Oh, I don't like Dave. That's making me nervous, Dave. Be right up behind Supes.
I would be nervous as Supes, but I'm nervous here as a commentator watching this. Because I think Dave is just wanting to sort of prove himself with his pace.
Improving at the moment, keeping up with second and third quite comfortably.
I'm on board with Dave, and Soups is getting a bandwidth alert next to his name. So Soups is having a bit of a.
It's only got to last 3 laps.
3 more laps.
Even though technically, if he disconnects now, he does get points.
He does get classified, yes, from this point on, but I'm certain he'll want to.
Oh, it's 1.8 now, the gap, have you noticed? Yes, yeah, Soups is in 0 now.
It's 2 seconds. He's now not, by 1,000, 4,000, not in second place. .8 again, so he's back with him now.
He's fiddling about with the ERS on the move, like corner to corner.
He's right on that point where he has to manage it, otherwise he would just run out of battery power.
How much battery left us? Yeah, J19's in 1.
I would like to point out to our viewers, Madman still does lead this race.
Yes.
After that scare, he has got a 10-second lead, but quite understandably, we're keeping an eye on this J19 Soups battle because on aggregate, the gap is about 3/10 in Soups' favour, but that is swinging either way rather rapidly.
Well, half a second in Soups' favour. Dave's backing off now.
Yeah, I think Dave is he's either made an error and he's fallen back, or he's just decided, yeah.
Well, his tyre's now 8 laps old himself, so his Madman now starts the last lap. Soups gone wide. Ooh.
What does that do to the gap?
1.6. It's still in Soups' favour.
Madman is on his final lap at navigating turn 3. He hasn't really pulled away from J19 the last couple of laps. So once again, I think he's just put it in a... Oh, J19's coming up to Soulman, there's traffic.
J19 has the battery power to burn as well, which Soups doesn't. It's on at like 12%.
Where will J19 catch Soulman traffic-wise? Will Soulman get out of his way on the approach to 11? He does. What about Soups?
He'll get out of the way now.
Good, but it's 2 seconds.
No, Dave, no, Dave, no, Dave, no, Dave, no, Dave, no, Dave. No.
2.3.
2.
2 seconds. I'm going to have to switch to Madman because he's round the final 2 corners. Madman will come round and take the first victory of the season.
1.4.
It was mostly comfortable. He had the scare. But
1.4.
he does take the victory. J19 will cross the line second, but as at the moment, I think it should be Soups who will finish second.
1.2. Looks like it.
See if the game applies it.
No.
It does not. It's 4.2.
So yeah, it applies. That's interesting. Right.
Let's have a look. When did J19 get that stop go? He got that stop go lap 20. Oh, hang on, did he serve it? How many laps did he do on that set of tyres, J19?
It was in the 26.
He's done 26 laps. He might have pitted actually. Because he's got his... No, it's flicked away. I'll have to wait to the results screen. So he's done 26 laps on that set. 58 lap race. That will take it to about lap 32. I'm pretty certain he got awarded the stop go before lap 30, so he might have
have to
served it actually when he knocked. He might have served it when he knocked his wing on Putterland, you know.
Yeah.
Thinking about it, and we might have not spotted it. I need to quickly check that before people.
Check it quickly. More XP.
Where is it? 26. I'm pretty certain.
The stop go was awarded
27.
on 27. Yes, he did. 158.32.
Yeah, so he served the penalty, which obviously didn't spot that. What lap?
He got the penalty on lap 27 and pitted on lap 32.
32. Yeah, which would have been when he hit Putterland, wasn't it?
No, he hit Putterland quite early on in the stint, and then he kept with it, and then pitted after the two collided.
Ah, yes, he did, didn't he? Yeah, so J19 did serve that penalty. That will confirm that. It does mean it is Madman followed by J19, followed by Soups.
Don't worry, McLaren. There's always next year.
It's still a good result for McLaren, a 1-3. And then it was White 4th, Dave 5th, Soulman 6th as your finishers. And unfortunately everyone else either retired or did not start due to connection issues. Quite an entertaining start to the season.
It was, yes.
Not gonna lie, yeah, it was
full of drama.
Enjoyable. It was full of drama, full of instant people trying to make things interesting. Hint, Madman. Obviously, a 40-second lead was too boring for you, so you decided to spin and shorten that. And yeah, bring on the rest of the season if that battling is gonna be continuing all the way through. But next week's I'll go. Our enjoyment begins next week. So next week is the F1 League taking their season beginnings at Australia. I'm not sure who the commentators are yet. I haven't been informed who it is as of yet. So keep in touch for that. Also, keep in touch on the website for any FIA appeals and decisions, if any appeals are made, which I suspect one or two might be. And that will obviously then potentially alter or edit some results or positioning with any kind of time penalties or license points or anything that may get applied. But yeah, please join us next week for whoever will be commentating for the F1 League around Australia, and then me and Stephen will be with you again in 2 weeks' time when these guys race around. It's Bahrain next, isn't it?
Yes, will be Bahrain next, yes. Yeah.
I know Bahrain and China swap round year on year, so I can't remember what round it was. But yeah, for us, F2 League at Bahrain in 2 weeks' time, so we will see you then. Thank you for watching, and good night.